Om Sri Sai Ram. Hearty welcome to Sri Sathya Sai Lok Seva Gurukulam, free online classes in a very interesting chapter. Acids, bases and salts. How are you? Fine? Happy? Okay. Have a book and pen. Note down whenever necessary, okay? Now let us just recall what we have studied in the previous class. So, we have heard about acids. What are acids? They are sour to taste. Bases, bitter to taste. Salts, saltish. Is it not? So, that is what we have seen. And litmus is called an indicator. Come on, repeat. Indicator. What does it do? It shows different colors for different solutions. For example, for acids, the blue litmus turns into red. For bases, red litmus turns into blue. What about salts? They do not change the color, correct? And litmus, how it is got? It is got from the plant origin. It is available in the form of paper, also in the form of solutions. There are two kinds of litmus. Come on, what are they? One is blue litmus, another is red litmus. Blue and red litmus, they are the two kinds of litmus. They are available in the form of a paper or solution. Also, you have heard about different kinds of indicators other than litmus. For example, turmeric powder. Have you seen turmeric powder? Yeah. Also China rose, very common plant, but mostly it will be in almost all of the houses. And litmus we have just now heard about. So, these are called indicators. Have you heard this word indicator earlier? Yeah, in vehicles, correct? In vehicles there will be what is called as indicators. And also you have heard about neutralization reaction. What is neutralization? Neutralization means when an acid reacts with a base, it forms salt and water. That is called neutralization. Here, when acid reacts with base, acid will lose its power. Base also will lose its power, means qualities. So, these two will lose its power and become a new substance, that is called salt and water, and this process is called neutralization. Look at the spelling, Neutralisation, neutralization. Can you remember? Okay. So, these are the things you already studied. Now, coming to home assignments, very simple questions. Have you tried it? Mark T if the statement is true. First letter and if it is false, write F. nitric acid turns red litmus blue. Is it correct? No. What should be? It should be blue litmus to red because it is an acid. So, it is false. Write it as F. Sodium hydroxide turns blue litmus red. Correct? No, it is false. Write F. What is the correct answer? Red litmus to blue. That is the correct answer. Okay. So, both statements are false. Coming to third one. Sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid neutralize each other and form salt and water. Correct? Just now you have seen that. What is the reaction called? Neutralization. Okay. Indicator is a substance which shows different colors in acidic and basic solutions. It is true. Correct? Now coming to some more questions. 3 liquids are given to you. What are 3 liquids? One is hydrochloric acid. Do you know where this is present in our body? It is present in your stomach also. Correct? And another one is sodium hydroxide. Sodium is Na, hydroxide is OH, NaOH. Third is a sugar solution. How will you identify them? Using only turmeric as the indicator. Turmeric powder. What is the color of turmeric powder? Yellow. Correct. So, answer is add a drop of each liquid to turmeric powder. So, 3 solutions to be taken. Add a drop of for first solution add 1 pinch of turmeric powder. Second solution add a pinch of turmeric powder. And third solution add a pinch of turmeric powder. The solution which changes the turmeric powder to red is a base, that is sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is a base. So, the solution that colors yellow to red, that is sodium hydroxide. Correct? Now coming to the second one, turmeric retains its yellow color in acidic and neutral solution. In acid there is no change. In neutral also, neutral means what? Maybe salt or water, whatever it is, it won't change color. So then how to differentiate? Put a drop of sodium hydroxide into other 2 liquids separately and then add a drop of turmeric indicator. So, for these 2 add a drop of sodium hydroxide. The mixture that changes the color of the indicator red contains neutral solution, for example sugar. So, sugar solution, what does it do? It changes to red when turmeric is added. The mixture does not show any color change but becomes warm, contains hydrochloric acid. Becomes warm. Is it so? Yeah. In nuclear neutralization reaction it becomes warm. Okay. And in future you are going to study that the reactions which gives out heat. The other name is, you will study that later, exothermic reaction. Exothermic, thermic means heat, exo means giving. So, exothermic reaction. Okay. So, here when acid react with the base, there will be heat produced. The acid was neutralized by sodium hydroxide, correct? Do you tell me where the sodium hydroxide in your daily life? Yeah, in soap. Little of sodium hydroxide will be there in soap. That is why with the soap when you are taking bath, are you taking bath daily? Yeah, you are taking? Oh, daily take bath, very important, okay. While taking bath, see that soap solution should not go to your eyes or ears, etc., nose also. It gives burning sensation because it contains sodium hydroxide. And also you have seen when water is added to soap, it is slippery, slips off, correct? So, that is about home assignment. Now, coming to today's topic, in everyday life we find neutralization reaction. Let us see what it is. And also we have some of us, not all times, because of our desires we eat more. When we eat more, there will be indigestion. And also when ant bites, some kind of boil come there, correct? Let us see what it is. And also what is called as soil treatment and wastes of factory, okay. So, these are things to be studied. So, here you see beautiful tablets are there, they are called antacid tablets. So, our stomach contains HCl acid which is helpful for digestion. Everything should be normal, it should neither be more nor less, okay. But too much of acid in stomach causes indigestion. To relieve indigestion, we have to take an antacid solution such as milk of magnesia. So, milk of magnesia is one such solution which removes indigestion. How do you know that indigestion starts? It leads to vomiting or it leads to dysentery, ulta and palta. So, that is indigestion nature, and also a kind of belching comes, correct. So, then what you must do? We have to add or you have to take milk of magnesia. What is the chemical name? Magnesium hydroxide. What does it do? It neutralizes the effect of excessive acid. So, when there is acid more, we have to take base. So, when you take base and acid together, it neutralizes and you will be healthy, okay. That is about indigestion. So, coming to neutralization in everyday life, we heard about ant bite. Different kinds of ants are there, correct, but all ants will not bite, only some of them will bite. You experienced? Yeah, whenever you trouble them only they bite, otherwise they won't trouble, they won't bite. Suppose it bites, it injects an acid called as formic acid. This formula you will study later, but let me know it. HCOH into the skin. So, what happens then? There will be a boil. For example, when a honeybee bites, is it not? Or when some of the ant bites, even scorpion also sometimes, even snake bite also. All this will cause some kind of boil. The effect of the acid can be neutralized by rubbing moist baking soda So, this is baking soda. It is also called sodium bicarbonate. Sodium is Na, come on, bicarbonate, HCO3, also called sodium hydrogen carbonate. So, whenever there is ant bite, what you must do? You must take baking soda, you have to apply it on the place, okay? Apply it on the place of the body. I remember one joke, shall I tell now? Okay, once a person was bitten by an ant like honeybee. So, there was one boil, he went to doctor, it was burning so much. Doctor ji, this place, I am burning, I am feeling lot of burning sensation, give some medicine. And doctor gave an ointment. You know what is ointment? Yeah, he told you apply it in the place where the ant has bitten you. Then he came back and he applied that ointment in the floor, in the floor where the ant has bitten him. He just followed what he is told. Doctor gave him to apply on the body, not on the floor. But this foolish fellow applied it to the floor. Again the burning became more. Again he went to doctor. Doctor ji, still it is burning. Then he asked, what happened to the ointment? He applied? Yes. Where he applied? On the floor, where it bite. I told you to apply to your body, not the floor. Such is the foolish way of the people. Not all, some of them. So, here you should follow the instruction of doctor and follow it. Okay. So, this is a baking soda, or another one is calamine. Calamine also called as zinc carbonate. If you apply that, the boil that is happened due to ant bite will reduce. Okay. So, this is the thing you must note, very interesting. So, one more we will see, soil treatment. Excessive use of chemical fertilizers makes the soil acidic. So, when you add more and more chemicals, that will spoil the soil. So, then plants do not grow well when the soil is either too acidic or too basic. In the olden days, they were using only cow dung, all natural one. But nowadays, because of the chemical fertilizers, of course, the plant will grow nicely, but not at all healthy. Even the fruits or vegetables look so attractive, so big in size, but actually this is not natural one. So, very difficult to get a pure and natural vegetables or fruits nowadays. That is because of use of chemical fertilizers. Can I name some fertilizers? Yeah, it is urea. What else you have? Urea is one chemical fertilizer. Also you have, come on, NPK. What is NPK? N is nitrogen, P is phosphorus, K is potassium. Grow more, wicket, Mangala, and so on. So, they are the three elements present in all these fertilizers. So, when the soil is basic, organic matter, that is compost, that is acidic in nature, is added to it. The soil is basic, you have to add acid to it. When the soil is too acidic, it is treated with bases like calcium hydroxide. What is calcium hydroxide? There is nothing but slaked lime. So, when the soil is basic, you have to add compost, that is the containing acidic matter, and the soil is acidic, you have to add bases like calcium hydroxide, correct, especially for grapes you might have seen. They add a mixture called Bordeaux mixture, a mixture of calcium hydroxide and also copper sulphate, etc. Correct. So, this is about soil treatment, is also treatment because the plants will suffer either due to acidic addition of acids or addition of bases. So, you have to add reverse to it. Okay. By this process, the soil becomes neutralized. When acid is more, add bases. When bases are more, add acids. So, what happens then? They get neutralized, because just now we have seen in the previous class that when acid reacts with the base, it forms salt and water, and the process is called neutralization, correct. So, this is the thing we already studied. Now, we are seeing about the everyday life. You will see so many changes around us, correct. From morning till evening, you just go on counting the different kind of changes you observe. Okay. And one more, factory waste. What is a factory? Factory is a construction, is a building, or it is a machineries. They produce new substances. You heard about plastic factory, you heard about sugar factory, correct. So many factories, they produce new and new goods, and naturally when the new goods are prepared, they will be producing waste also, and they are called as factory waste, correct. For example, sugar factory, it will be smelling so much outside. Do you know why does it smell? It is because of the alcohol. So, there will be production of alcohol, you know, that we study later. So, that is why it gives bad smell. So, these waste of factory contains acids. If they are allowed to flow into water bodies, acids will kill the fishes and other organisms. For example, if you go to Raichur, there is a place called Shaktinagar, it is a very big factory. Then they were called as industries, so where coal is converted into electricity. So, all the waste are, you know, are made to go into the river there. So, what happens river? The color of the river also changes. It kills lot of germs, it kills lot of fishes and other organisms, frogs, fishes, crocodiles and so on. All will be killed or affected due to the waste, factory waste that are driven into the water bodies. You heard about Patna, Lucknow and many other cities, which will all the factory waste will go to Ganges. Nowadays they have taken a lot of steps about that. So, the factory waste are therefore neutralized by adding basic substances, because they produce acids. These acids are neutralized by bases to form salt and water. And now let us see what Bhagavan Baba says. What God gives is never exhausted. What man gives never lasts. Is it not? Man will give, say, chocolate, biscuit, this and that. That will last for only for a few minutes. Whereas whatever God gives, for example, air, water, sunshine, is it not? They never get exhausted. Continuously they are giving. Okay. So let us enjoy the divine grace. Okay. Thank you.